Welcome to the DMF. I'm Justin Younts. This is part 3.
Now talk about, creating your podcast. Does this happen to you?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
that was your first podcast? That is your podcast.
Yes, that is my
Yes.
podcast. Yes.
Does this happen? And you've kind of, from what I gathered from it, you've kind of taken like your narrate what kind of short audiobooks and
Yeah.
and made that together and made that into like a thing. How did you come up with
Yeah.
that idea?
Well, it sort of evolved because I was really I still love comedy. I love narrating comedy.
Yeah.
But I was trying to write comedy. And it's like, well, I'll write some comedy and make a podcast out of it. And it's like, there was no way I could write that much comedy.
Yeah.
Well, how's it going to happen? No.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so then it was like, I'd met some other writers because I was writing on WordPress at the time. And I met some other writers. And it's like, wow, can I tell your story on my podcast? And most writers, well, they still to this day say, yeah, I'd love for you to do that.
Yeah.
And so it just, so I just gave up on writing, trying to do my stuff. It's like, oh, there's all these great stories out there. And I thought shorter ones would go over better. It turns out actually, for YouTube, it turns out longer ones, a little longer ones are better. So
isn't that weird? I mean,
I know. So
we're in the we're in the TikTok age where people can't sit for like. I mean,
I know.
You go to the movie theater now, and people can't even. But
No.
then,
Yeah.
But then they'll listen to a podcast where they're telling a story for an hour or 2 hours. It's so weird.
Yeah, and it turns out that on YouTube, people are listening just as much as they're watching. Yeah. So, so right now they've told me, I do some really short YouTube shorts that are just little condensed stories. But then,
I saw you have shorts and you also
yeah,
have
but then my regular podcast, they're saying do some longer stuff. So I'm stretching it out a bit. Yeah.
When they say
but the
longer,
audience,
do they mean like an hour?
I think an hour is a bit long, maybe 30 minutes. We're seeing how the 20, 15 to 30 minutes works. Yeah.
Now, do you have a producer that produces you when you're doing this?
No, do everything myself.
Cool.
Everything myself, yeah. But I taught myself how to produce audiobooks, do all the editing and stuff too. So
how did you learn that? Did you just watch YouTube, or did you?
I took some engineering classes from audio engineers. Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, and some of it on YouTube. Some of it just asking people in Facebook groups, what's happening?
That was the hardest thing for me. Like when I'm like editing on like Premiere Pro, I'll be like, I'll have like a specific question, but I don't know how to how to ask it. So it's like, how do I? It's like, that thing, it's almost like lost in translation. You're just like sitting there going, this thing.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I one time I had to just like go on the thing and be like, okay, just let me show you the screen, and I'll circle around and be like, what is that? It's just like I find that some of the hardest things with like with something like with editing or whatever. It's like there's questions that only you are gonna come across, and there's like no way to like word it, or it's almost like comedy in itself, where you can just be like stuck there, like, I really don't know what to do. Help me. And then you'll what's I had Faye guy, and it's like, oh, you just do this. Okay, well that's all I really needed. Thanks. Thank you for showing me that. That's I didn't know how to do that. So but that's cool. So you took some engineering courses.
And audiobooks they're just weird because their audio standards are totally different from broadcast standards.
Really? What do you
Yeah.
mean by that?
They don't even use the same same sound measurements as broadcast. Broadcast, has a LUF system, and audiobooks are still using this old system of of loudness, and it's weird. Luckily, ACX, which is the back end of Audible, they put out a thing where you could put your files in to see if you meet their requirements. For the longest time, it was like a guess.
Yeah. What do you use to edit? I use Adobe Audition and Premiere.
I use this weird little, it's a suite of programs. It's called AVS for You.
Okay, I think I've heard of that.
I think they're still in the UK. But it's all audio visual programs. So they even have a video editor. They have some photo stuff. And so I use the audio editor, every week, but there are other programs I use them too. So it's this whole suite that I can use for all my photo, audio, video editing. So,
and you've done some really interesting books. Like I was listening to you talking.
Oh yeah, that was really interesting.
Which
Wow.
I find fascinating. I mean, I've read some books on hypnosis. I actually interviewed somebody on here who did like an acting hypnosis. Her thing was about, so it's fascinating. You said in the interview, like, I was scared that he might like fall asleep doing that. It's like that's kind of the idea, It's like you're listening to it and you're trying to like things like hopefully they're not
yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, am I gonna hypnotize someone with it?
Yeah. And then you did, and then that also led you to Wiccan, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was really interesting. I really loved narrating those books. Yeah.
That's cool. And I love that you did a children's short.
Yeah.
How did that and you won an award how did that come about?
Yeah. I'm on a small business site, Alignable, that I network there a lot, and I actually have a group for creative businesses, a big group of people. And so a children's author found me out there, and he has these wonderful children's books with these amazing illustrations. He's like, I want more people to see these. He's like, can you make audio? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. He's like, and then he's like, well, can you make a video too? I'm like, yeah, I do know of a program that will do that. And so, so I really enjoyed putting those together. So I did the narration, then I use Adobe Creative Express that will allow you, then I pulled in the illustrations and matched those up with the narration. And voila, you come out, it's a digital film, and you can enter it in children's film festivals.
Wow. Is that something you want to continue doing?
I'd like to do more of that. Yeah. Whenever I meet a children's author, it's like, have you ever thought about it?
Yeah.
But that was really, yeah. And then the first one that we did won the best children's short for October of last year for that film festival. The other ones are taking place this fall, so maybe we'll get some more prizes. I don't know, but he's getting his books in front of a lot more people. Yeah, out there. And that's exactly what he wanted, because it's hard with children's picture books. They don't really do audio well, but you can make, do the narration and put the illustrations together and make a film, and and then it's like, oh, it's perfect. They make perfect little films.
I think that's great. See, that's one of the positives of like it's the most ridiculous things, but it will tell the difference anymore. We're gonna have no idea. I mean, it's a scary time we're gonna live in. We'll be like, well, no, I saw so and so doing that. Oh yeah, that was fake.
Yeah, that's the
happened.
thing. Yeah, it's yeah.
You're just
And
like, we're gonna
there's
have this.
it's still not at a point where I'd like to I'd like to say I've done this narration. I want to put
Yeah,
I want to make it into a little film.
yeah,
But
and
it doesn't,
to me the future. I think will be really cool
yeah,
because you'll
but
be
it
able to.
doesn't really exist
No,
yet.
not yet.
You can't do that. That's like, so it's
No,
like,
can't really. Yeah, can't make a.
yeah, you
You
guys are
can't just
saying you're
put it
doing
in
all
there.
this, yeah, great things with AI, but it doesn't do what I want it to do yet.
Yeah. It's getting, I mean, it's probably a good thing that it's taking, a little bit of time to, to develop.
Yeah, you can do Adobe Creative Express. It's more like doesn't really come out as a regular film. It's sort of like a flip book, a
Yeah.
digital flip. But they're going over pretty well on my YouTube channel, especially the shorts. And the good thing about AI has been that sometimes I don't have a picture to go. I can't find anything to go with this certain thing I'm saying in the story. Well, now I can ask AI to make one for me. It's
See,
like,
that's the kind of the good thing. It's like now you
yeah,
can ask things to be like, maybe I don't know what you had to be like, looking on Canva. I'm like, I need a picture of this. Where is it?
yeah.
And now
But
it's
now
like,
I can ask, I did a little story and I required a raccoon and a collar. It's like, so, okay, there's no way I'm going to find this anywhere, and it's
I'm
really
looking for a
important to the
raccoon and a
story.
collar. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah. So
if
I
you
just
Google
asked,
that, you're gonna
yeah,
get like a bunch of like sad pictures of raccoons
yeah,
like there, and it's like, no, no,
yeah.
no, not a sad one. He's
Yeah.
happy in the collar.
So all I had to
Yeah,
do was ask, AI. It's like, I need raccoon in green collar, and
yeah.
that it understood that, and I got a perfect raccoon and a green collar. So
Now you've kind of transitioned. When you started your YouTube channel, was it always kind of to bring over your podcast to YouTube, or was it?
yes, it was.
Okay.
It was originally centered around my podcast, because narrated podcasts just don't go over that well. It's all interview stuff like this
Mhm.
that you get, more of an
Yeah.
audience. But in YouTube, I've gotten a much larger audience with the narrated stories. So YouTube has been a much better platform for what I do.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.